Hey everybody, welcome to your reading for October 30th, 2016. I'm sorry about the noise. Where it came. So with this reading, I'm going to do a regular 3, and I decided to pull a card for the new moon that we'll be having in Scorpio. So when I was shuffling the cards, and as many times as I handled the cards today, when I picked up the cards to do the reading for October 30th and the full moon, it was just a whole different vibe. So I kind of knew then something was up, and then I couldn't contain the cards. So as I was pulling for my 3 cards spread, and I was going to ask after that about messages for the full moon in Scorpio. Well, the first card I got was the death card first. So back to that in a minute. And the cards just pretty much went wild. I couldn't contain them, they kept flying out. And so as they flew out, I took them. So I had those 3. And then as I was going for the new moon card, 4 of them popped out. So this is what we had. Tell this story. Let's go. So we have identified that we have the death card reversed, the 7 of Swords in the upright position, and the Lover's card. So, of course, interesting. New moon in Scorpio, and we have death card reversed. So on the 30th, just as 30th, no new moon stuff, even though I'm sure it's influencing this, we already have a situation where something, this surely doesn't look good for the husband who works late, or the wife that, is always at a Tupperware party. If I've ever seen a combination of cards that said that somebody was humping around, somebody is cheating, this is it. No doubt about it. So the bottom line for some of you Scorpios, and I'm so sorry, if you have suspected that there may be something going on with your partner, I'm afraid there is. Reason being is because with the 7 of Swords, this is one of the classic descriptive words for the 7 of Swords. It's cheating, and not just in Monopoly. This guy lies, he steals, or she, and they take what they want, and it's generally something that you have. I don't know what it is with the 7 of Swords. I hope I didn't say wands. That can't go out and work for his own stuff, or find his own woman, or, you know what I'm saying, tell her own stories, whatever. The 7 of Swords is always looking to take your stuff. Now what ends up happening is, more likely, whomever the 7 of Swords is, this could be you, maybe in somebody else's relationship, but the 7 of Swords usually outsmarts himself in some kind of way. He eventually gets caught. Not right now though, while he's in the upright position. No, I'll take that back. Here's why. Because we have the Lover's card reversed. So, now what I will say about this is, Even though, I was very direct in saying the fact that, there's definitely somebody's not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And that could be you or that could be the partner. Uh, and while this definitely says that in that type of relationship, this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. Again, the lovers is not just, a man and the lady he takes. The lovers is about two people that come together in a capacity that is supposed to be a mutual exchange of something, whether that's love, intimacy, money, you know, um, you get it. So when the lovers is reversed, then it's probably safe to say that there's trouble in paradise between two people. So this could be a business partner who there could be some cheating and lying going on in the partnership. And this could even be with the child, your child, your parent, a sibling, somebody who you have a consistent exchange with, that holds some sort of value in your life. That is probably what I would consider partnership to be. Anyway, the thing about it is, I said with the Seven of Swords upright, he doesn't get caught. In this case, I don't think it's that he doesn't get caught. What I think it is with the Death card reversed, the transformation that needs to happen in this particular situation with this partnership is not happening right now because somebody's holding on. Despite the Seven of Swords showing up in this reading. And I haven't seen any I haven't seen any positive associations with the Seven of Swords. So this is one of those cards when you see him come out that you just go, oh shit. So there's going to be some definite changes, things coming to the surface, things that are hurtful and heavy. Can I say secrets already? But for those of you who are on the receiving end of this, I feel like you already had some sort of clue. This doesn't necessarily surprise you, and this may not be the first time that you have been in this situation with this particular person. The other thing is, if it is you that is being the Seven of Swords today, your partner knows it. He has an idea. Even if he can't come right out and prove it, or she can't come right out and prove it, they have, a hunch that something is not right. And with this Scorpio moon coming up, which is what we are about to lead into, you can't, man, now, if there's anything we know is that you can't hide from Scorpio. Scorpio is the detective and the stalker. And I mean that, from the best place. I have a Scorpio rising, Scorpio moon. Shut up. Think about it. I love my Scorpio energy. Anyway, so like I'm saying, with this new moon and Scorpio coming up and all of this going on with these guys and with this situation, there's not a lot that is going to remain in the dark. It'll be a dark night, the night of the Scorpio moon. But I have a feeling all will be illuminated. If not that night, oh, so here's the thing with the new moon. I was gonna pull one card out and just have that give me a general message for what's going on with the new moon. Well, when I asked that question, the universe delivered. Four cards jumped out. I had to get them. We've got the King of Swords reversed, the Seven of Cups, Eight of Wands reversed. I'm sorry, that is really crazy. And the Knight of Cups. Okay. So, but what seems to be going on with some of you is that this King of Swords, I'm feeling like, is the somebody that you're dealing with. And the King of Swords is a bully. He's the, you know, he's the boss that everybody hates, and he picks at his employees. He doesn't make them work life comfortable. He doesn't try. He complains a lot, and you know, it's always when he work on weekends, and he never gives you credit or any sort of attaboy or recognition for a job well done. He's insulting. Now he's got experience, and he's been, doing whatever it is that he does for a while. And him being the King of Swords, he's going to be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. He's mentally manipulative. He's calculating. He's sharp-tongued. Though none of these things make him less than smart. He's smart, but he uses his powers for evil. With the Eight of Swords reversed, Eight of Wands, there are things happening quickly, rather quickly. They're happening so quickly that I don't feel like some of you really see what's going on. We'll get to that in a second. With the Eight of Wands being about, a lot of things happening quick, having to make quick decisions, bursts of energy and passion and things like that. When it's reversed, there's something that is going to come up more than likely. A decision will be made without the proper thought put into it. And what can happen with that is this Seven of Cups, which there's going to be some type of, you're not going to see things for what they really are. And I'm saying you because I feel like you are going to be the Knight of Cups in this situation. Raring to go for love, but not as experienced as the Queen or the King of Cups. And it seems like you want to be with this person, but this Eight of Swords, and I'm sorry, he or she, because this Knight of Cups can certainly be a female. And both of these energies could be you, but for some of you, you can embody both the Knight of Cups and the King of Swords. And in this sense, I can see you, this would, kind of read a little bit differently. That would be kind of you selling people a dream, or even just being, because you may not be, if you embody the Knight of Cups energy, you may not be emotionally experienced enough to understand that things that you do and say to people that are not necessarily true or attainable. You don't put a whole lot of empathetic understanding, whatever, into another person's hurt behind, some sort of outcome that you could have influence over. You hadn't had enough time in the game of relationships to be hurt enough, or you don't care enough to care about another person's feelings. So you could be that person who um, sells people a dream, shrewd. And I was going to say that in the other situation too. For those of you who are in this love relationship and the King of Swords is someone else, and I feel like this could, it could be male or female, but this is going to be somebody who's a little bit older, a little bit more established. And what I feel like is he's a shrewd, or she's a shrewd gal with this Eight of Wands. They move very quickly. And with it being reversed, I would say that those moves were not always moves with the best intent. They sell dreams too. And in this case, the Knight of Cups, not having had a lot of experience, he buys the dreams right up. I'm sorry, he should be here. He buys the dreams right up. He falls for banana in the tailpipe almost every time. And this Seven of Cups operates under the energy of Venus and Scorpio. And that is an obsessive energy. When we talk about it in this capacity, I feel like the Knight of Cups, whether that is you or the other person or another person, the Knight of Cups could possibly be obsessed with the King of Swords. No matter how uncouth, disrespectful, mentally manipulating, he's very shrewd and very charming, and he moves quick, and he moves circles around people. I mean, he runs circles around people, and because he's smart, these swords, he's an air sign, he's an intellectual, and if he's the king, chances are he's gathered up some wisdom along the way. The thing about him is he doesn't use it right. He uses his power for evil. So yeah, he's shrewd. And he doesn't let grass grow under his feet. And, if this is you being the cup, being the water, I'm feeling like that could be fascinating for some of you. And I understand that. But when you have in the water, heavy water in my chart, and I'm a Leo, but I certainly enjoy fire energy. So I think most people are probably fascinated by fire energy. You don't necessarily always have to be in an admiring way, but a lot of times you see fire, you will stop and look. So yeah, the thing about it is the new moon, which that was the question. I hadn't intended to talk this much. The new moon in Scorpio is going to bring all of that to light. And I feel like this situation ties in with this. This King of Swords reversed is our guy. If we were on a police show, case off, we got our man. This is it. So that's all going to come to light, and that could really cause some things to be happening very quickly over the course of the day, over the course of a couple of days, that could possibly bring some sort of transformation to the relationship. But because that death card is reversed, even if there's some heavy stuff going on between you and another person, somebody's still holding on. Somebody's not letting it go. Somebody's hanging on to those bad habits. The other thing too, though, now let me say this: somebody could decide to leave the relationship because whomever the King of Swords is will not make necessary changes to keep the relationship healthy and growing. He's hanging on to his bad habits. He's hanging on to things that shouldn't feel of service to him anymore. And at that point, then you may say, well, I'm going out. I gotta go. And you will have gotten one step closer to being the Queen of Cups. So, all that said, feeling like the 30th is going to be nothing if not intense. And we're feeling under the new moon. And the Halloween the next day, so I'm not gonna do numbers for these because I can't count that well. I don't waste all of you guys' time. Anyway, no, I'm not doing that for this, and I just hadn't planned on it before, so it's not fitting. But for some of you, not all. This is a general reading, and it won't play out quite this way for everybody, and there could be smaller things that may be going on in somebody's life that play out under these energies, but in such a minor way that they can probably go unnoticed. If anybody would like to get in touch with me, maybe find out in advance exactly what this person is doing or how you need to handle it. If you'd like a personal reading, has questions about something, you can send an email at tina@85thhousevibrations.net. Thank you for sitting through this. I knew it was going to be longer anyway because it's in the moon, but I didn't mean it to be that long. You guys have a great day. Hope to see you tomorrow.